All right, Keith, all the eyes are on Florida, obviously, with the hurricane moving through, but boy, today we saw some heavy rain.
Yeah, we get, it takes a while sometimes to get the real results of damage from hurricanes. Good news for Florida, that part of the coast is relatively not as densely populated. Now it's inland and it's raining out. Meanwhile, we got tropical rain from a different storm. This was actually Franklin that gave us. When the tropics go, they go. That's just kind of how it happens every year. So here's a look at the radar. We got the heavy stuff offshore, broke out to some sun. That has created instability of its own, and now we've got some thunderstorms, thunder showers, if you will, right over Sebago Lake every time, right? And another one down into York County as well. So even if you've broken out to some sun, as many of us have, there's still a chance for some showers and storms behind it. There's that big opening in the cloud cover back through central parts of the state into about the lakes region of New Hampshire. That has made for a nice afternoon, but there is still some instability there. Initially all fed from Franklin, which put that moisture up into a front, and that's why we had the higher dew points today, some really heavy downpours. But they moved quickly enough that really at no point did it feel like flash flooding was a big concern here, because we weren't training rain over the same spot over and over again. That's when trouble starts. So an isolated shower, thunderstorm possible over the next few hours. After that, we dry out, and we dry out not only as far as rain, but the dew points start dropping, temperatures start dropping too, into the 50s and a couple of 40s. And by tomorrow morning, it's a totally different feeling. It's not humid, it's fallish, there's a lot of sunshine. Tomorrow is a good looking day. I will say that I think in a couple of spots, especially the mountains in northern Maine, it'll feel pretty cool because it's sunny, but temperatures aren't that warm and dew points are low. Nitpicky though, a lot of sunshine. We'll do it again on Friday, just really almost no chance of anything going on here. There's just very little, if any, cloud cover. Temperatures in the mid 70s by Friday afternoon. We roll it forward into Saturday. We get into the upper 70s, so we're kind of incrementally and sequentially getting just a little bit warmer. It's all about this big mega ridge building in from the west, and so initially that ridge is in a cool position. Then it's in what we call a neutral position for Friday, so we're about average for temperatures. Then it shifts to the east and starts to bring in warmer air on southwest winds. That'll be more Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. But I don't think it's an exaggeration to call this the best stretch of weather we've had all summer, even though we consider the Labor Day the unofficial end of summer and all that. But high pressure is just going to dominate. And into mid next week, I don't see any real rain. We've got a slight chance of a shower Saturday night, overnight. That's it. If you don't get in on that, it's probably not until late next week that any rain comes in. Temperature trend will be up, as I mentioned, into the 80s. I could see some upper 80s on Tuesday and Wednesday away from the coastline especially. So buckle up, guys. I think it's going to be nice. And you know I love September. You know I'm always pumping up September. And this is why. I mean, it just happens a lot that you get these stretches that you just can't get or don't get often. Interesting side note though, we had, as far as maximum high temperature, so like the warmest we've been all month, it was the coolest ever in Caribou. They didn't even get to 80. Ooh. And we in Portland, southern Maine, only got to 84, which I think was third or fourth lowest high temperature for August. So the fact that we haven't had any real heat, that's legit. It's not just your mind. But this week maybe makes up for some of it. Yeah,
just a little bit.
Chef's kiss for sure.
Love it. Yeah. All right, thanks, Keith.